thanks to all of you for being here today for the dedication ceremony of the Dunning Performance Center. This is certainly a celebration less about a facility and more about an individual who has made a tremendous impact not only to our university but to our student athletes as well. And we certainly want to express our gratitude and appreciation for what Mr. Dunning has done today. Before I introduce President Cunningham, I just want to comment on the fact that we've made a decision to go NCAA Division II, and that was a decision that President Cunningham led that effort on. And it has been a long road to that. And you know, this week there was an article in the Enid News and Eagle talking about our football program and just our athletic program in general, and the fact that we are making big strides in our efforts to be a successful NCAA Division II program and to not only be competitive, but to win championships in the Great American Conference. And to be able to do that takes vision, it takes leadership, it certainly takes partnership with individuals like Mr. Dunning to be able to do that. But the vision for all that we've been able to accomplish in athletics in the past few years and everything that we've been able to accomplish as a university in the last few years has been due to the leadership of President Cunningham. And so it is certainly an honor and a privilege to introduce the president of Northwestern Oklahoma State University, Dr. Janet Cunningham.
Well, thank you, Steve, and good afternoon. Welcome to the dedication ceremony for the Dunning Performance Center. Today has been an absolutely great day with our parade and the alumni luncheon. The whole weekend's been pretty great. Volleyball swept Southeastern last night in straight sets. Volleyball beat the defending champion, Harding, just a few minutes ago. Oh, soccer, I'm sorry. Yes, soccer. So how about a Ride Rangers ride? And we're hoping that continues at 4 o'clock on Ranger Field. Just let's have another sweep against Southwestern, or Southeastern. Boy, I am, okay, it's been a long day, but I'm good. And now we add to the success of homecoming with this ceremony honoring Jim Dunning for his support of Northwestern. In 2011, Northwestern was fortunate to have the opportunity to receive this National Guard Armory from the state of Oklahoma. And that was thanks to the work of some legislative leaders, Jeff Hickman, of course, being one of them, and we are so pleased that that happened. Its proximity to our athletic fields provided us with space to make needed improvements in several areas. So we started, and we were able to accomplish adding locker room facilities for women's soccer and women's softball. But with the state of Oklahoma and the funding situation for the university, hopes of funding a grander plan remained far away. Then along came Jim Dunning. We shared our vision of a multi-purpose practice facility that would benefit numerous sports and associated activities like cheerleading and band. We hope to provide a facility that attracts student athletes and gives them a place to improve their skills, especially during the winter months. Ultimately, we hope to give our coaches and student athletes the best possible chance of not just competing, but excelling in the NCAA and the Great American Conference. Jim Dunning embraced that vision. As a former student athlete, he understood the need, and he wanted to make our vision a reality. His gift has allowed us to transform an armory into an indoor training facility that rivals anything in our conference. The result of his generosity is all around us today. Today, as our homecoming theme reminds us of the power of giving back to our alma mater, Jim Dunning is really a shining example of generosity, of leadership, and of Ranger pride. So, Mr. Dunning, Jim, we offer our sincere appreciation for not only your generosity, but your willingness to become involved in the life of our university. Through your professional and personal success, you serve as a role model for our student athletes. Northwestern Oklahoma State University is proud to place your name on this facility and hopes it serves as a constant reminder to all of the characteristics that personify what it means to be a Ranger. On behalf of the Ranger family, thank you, and ride, Rangers, ride.
Thank you, President Cunningham. It not only takes the leadership of the administration and President Cunningham, but to do the things that we're able to do takes leadership in our athletic department. And certainly Brad Franz has done exactly that since taking over. Certainly he's not a stranger to Northwestern, but fairly new in his role as Director of Athletics. He is an absolute advocate for our coaches, for our student athletes. He has re-engaged and reinvigorated our alumni base, our supporters. He has done a magnificent job as our athletic director, and certainly his work contributed to this facility and many of the other improvements that we've been able to make at Northwestern over the past few years. So with that, I'd like to introduce our Director of Athletics, Mr. Brad Franz.
Thank you, Steve. That's way too generous of my accomplishments. None of them rival the young people that are here today representing our sports, and it just makes it a fun day. Today is a great day for Ranger Athletics with the dedication of the Dunning Performance Center. My comments will be brief, but the effect of this donation is forever. We have been able to do so much for our student athletes since finishing this building in January of last year. Baseball, softball, golf, soccer, cross country, band, and cheerleading all have directly benefited from this structure. We have a showpiece in recruiting and a place for our student athletes to go every day to hone their skills. I want to say thank you to Jim Dunning and his family for making this such a usable facility and make us continually be competitive in the GAC along with the NCAA. I would like to thank previous coach Sam Carroll for his work in helping put this project together. Sam was instrumental in making this happen, and I appreciate his efforts. Jim Dunning's gracious gift will be long-lasting, and success of our teams, he leaves a legacy to this program. Thank you for Jim on behalf of all of the alum and current and future Rangers. Northwesterns cannot thank Jim Dunning enough for what he has done and for what he continues to do for us at Northwestern. His commitment, leadership, friendship means the world to us, and we pledge to continue to be thankful to him and always strive to play hard and build our programs the right way. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a very special Ranger, Mr. Jim Dunning. Let's give him a warm welcome. Thank you, Jim. Thank you.
When it said keynote address, I got a little nervous, but Steve said we had to call it something. So this is cool. You know, I got to tell you, I had no idea that it was going to turn out like this. They did a great job. You know, it all began back, you know, I'm a numbers guy, November 1st to be specific. I came back from a hunting trip. I'm not sure he finds humor in it, but I'd ridden a horse on this trip that they called Skeeter. And so I had a voicemail from Skeeter, and he said, you know, you need to come talk to us. We have a project that has your name all over it. And I didn't realize he meant literally, but evidently he did. So, but it, you know, as Brad said, it's true that when I came and visited with them, the enthusiasm that he and Coach and Brad had, and they were just excited about what could be done, and obviously they twisted my arm enough to get me on board. But you know, I'm just amazed at what's happened to the campus. That black and white photo that's been floating around some, that really was me, and that really was on the baseball field. You know, we didn't have a lot of that stuff, so good for you guys. That's cool. You know, the technology and the advancements that have happened are just amazing. And as I've said, it happens with great leadership, and Dr. Cunningham has, led the troops and done a great job. And I was teasing her earlier, the first thing I would thank her for was helping me get through that accounting course, because back when, that's kind of the step that got me here. So, but I think it's been a lot of fun. One of the things that has touched me about this is I got some cards and letters from some of the students. And one of the things I hadn't thought about, one of the young men, I believe he's graduated, but one of the young men made the comment that he thought it was nice to know that having gotten his degree at Northwestern and having played baseball at Northwestern, he now knew that there was an example that he could go on and be successful in life, and hadn't thought about that. But we were joking last night, and I was like, I'm going to tell him tomorrow I've been in your shoes, and I've been on the dirt that's under that turf. We didn't have the turf, but I've been on that dirt in that spot, and so it's very possible. Alva's a great place. It was a springboard for me, and thanks to Skeeter and Coach and some of those guys to get me reconnected after a lot of years. I don't think I fully appreciated what we had when I was here, but it's never too late, and I'm happy to be here. So enjoy, do your best, and it's a great day to be a Ranger. So.
I think when we talk about Ranger family, that kind of sums it up right there. I'd like to invite Jim and Brad and President Cunningham, if you would come over here just a moment. We have a small token of our appreciation for Mr. Dunning. Of course, you all know that he played baseball at Northwestern, and he maybe didn't have the greatest quality of jersey back then, but we're going to make sure that you're taken care of now. We have a small, a token of our appreciation that we would like to give you.
Thank you, and I'm sorry I forgot. My mom and dad and my wife are other Dunnings that are here, and thank you for coming down. My aunt and uncle from Melbourne, Kansas surprised me and made that trip all the way too. So, as they said, family's very important, and thank you guys for being here.
This will conclude the formal part of our ceremony. Of course, we would invite you to express your gratitude and your well wishes to Mr. Dunning. We invite you to take a look at the facility and see how it has been transformed and how it benefits our student athletes. And we certainly want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to be here today, to see the facility, and to honor Jim for his great support of Northwestern. And with that, we'll adjourn and have a great homecoming. Thank you.